Group one, what type of friendship group would you feel belonging in? To represent the friends that you would want around you, you got the color brown, the hunter, and the stone. What you're looking for are people who are incredibly predictable and stable, reliable, consistent. You know what they're going to do. They're very clear about what they're going to do. People who are direct. You don't want anyone who's like mysterious that you have to figure out, or who's inconsistent. Like that would really hurt you at this point. You're looking for consistency and stability and to know what people are doing, who they are. You want transparency with your friends. You want people who you can really count on and lean on, and are very clear about what they're doing and what they want out of life. And with the stone, you're also looking for groups of people who will allow you to transform. This is interesting because the energy of your friends and the energy of you, like you guys are good for each other because of your differences. You are looking for hunter brown and the stone, while you are represented by white, the heart, and the flame. You are someone who I see is very like, this is just symbolic, but like almost, I see this like frail, small body that's like easily startled or easily like overstimulated. And that's just the symbolic of you being someone who's kind of sensitive. I see you with the white is about being very spiritual. I see you as someone who is very like receptive, who is quite absorbent of the energies around them. And that can lead to you being overstimulated quite easily. That's why it would be too much of a shock to your system to have people who are unpredictable or people who are inconsistent. Like you are looking for friends who will calm your system down. So I don't know if this stems from you being harmed by people who are inconsistent and not reliable, or maybe like this could even be your parents are rather explosive or volatile, which put this like shock into your system. And now you're looking for people who are capable of like helping you just release and be calm and help your body feel very soothed and your nerves feel soothed. Like people who are very upfront and honest and reliable. And what you have to offer is so sweet. Like with the heart, like you are such a love. You are so spiritual and in tuned and compassionate. The heart and the flame. And it's really interesting because the hunter card, which represents your friend, and then the flame, which represents you, are like the same, just sideways. Like I feel like the flame is spirituality, and it's being in tune with your inner soul and your inner spirit and your sort of higher self. And it's interesting because I see a friendship group that is quite, with the brown, it's very earth energy and it's very physical based. Like with the hunter is fire energy. It's someone who's getting what they want out of the physical world. And I see your strength being understanding the inner world and the spiritual world. I feel like you can be an incredible force for awakening other people's spiritualities, awakening other people's souls, and just healing their hearts and their souls. And then they are very healing for like your body and your being and your mindset, because you can count on them. And they're just so like calm and steady and soothing. And they are people who, like, I feel like you're in the midst of some healing from some trauma. There's a possibility of that. That's why you have the stone. And on the bottom of the deck is actually the seed So I feel like you, and it's quite sweet because brown makes me think of earth and the ground. And then you get the seed card. I really feel like you're the seed. And if you have these people around you that are very like patient and calm and steady, it would allow you to grow, which is the same energy I was getting with the stone card. You need to be around people that allow you to heal and to grow and to transform into who you were really meant to be. I think that your friends are going to be people who are fascinated by your spirituality, who are so warmed by your heart, who really take in your wisdom about other realms, and they are people who can soothe you about the physical world. Maybe even with the I didn't think about this before, but with the brown and the hunter, these are people who can also be extremely protective over you. They can be like your protective force out in the world. Like if you guys were to go to a party or something, they would like surround you and make sure that people aren't mean to you, that people aren't cruel to you, that only like nice people can get through and talk to you, that kind of a thing. Like they're very physically based, earth based. You're very spiritually based and heart based. And I think that these are the type of people that would really help you settle into yourself, which will help you grow and transform in a whole new way. And you'll find your power. Like I feel like these people, you light up their spirit and light up their connection with their own heart, and they light up your power in the physical realm and make you feel like you can build the life that you want. And they're just soothing, and I feel like that's what your system really needs the most. So that is your friendship group. Let me know what you thought below. I would really appreciate it. And thank you for being here. Pile 2, what group would you find belonging in? This is a really fun pile. This is sort of like my spiritual, like hippie group, which I love that. The group of friends that you would find belonging in are represented by orange, the village, and the bardo. And then who you want to be in that group is represented by green, the healer, and the vision. So orange is sacral chakra. It is about creative energy, free energy. It's like water, it's feminine, it's being, in this context, I'm seeing orange as being like very experimental and very free-minded and very free-flowing. I thought it was quite beautiful that the village came out, because that is really giving me the idea that your friends are going to be like another family. Or if you have like not good family ties, they're going to be your family. Like this is, like I wasn't getting this message for other people, but you guys are people who are going to form a village. This is like soul family, soul mates in your friends. This is a group of people, if you haven't met them yet, that are going to come into your life, and you guys are just going to be a part of each other. Like it's such a beautiful, close group. And with the bardo is about the in-between spaces, and I was getting this real like experimental energy with orange, and I was getting a spirituality, which I typically associate with other colors, but in this reading, orange seems like a spiritual experimental group. With the bardo, you guys are really not going to have any limits at all. Like if you guys want to experiment with like out-of-body experiences or spiritual experiences, experiment with contacting your spirit guides, like whatever the interests are, all of you are so free to be whatever you want. Like there's just no judgment here. There's no limitations. You can say or do anything with this group and they will just support you. This is sort of reminded me of, I believe it was also pile 2 in the ideal relationship, your like ideal soulmate relationship, was very similar vibes if you wanted to watch that. But it was people who are strange and weird and unique and eccentric and different, being able to find people who are also like that, so none of them feel boxed in or limited or like they have to chop themselves up to be accepted by people, you know, in parts and pieces, because no one can accept the whole thing. This group is a group where everyone can be as strange or as odd or as weird, or they can be everything that they want to be, everything that they authentically are, and everyone just accepts it, because I think you're all kind of strange in the best way possible. You have these experimental minds, you have these, I think this very spiritual. I think that you're just like magical people, and just like talking about your job and your kids and working 9 to 5 and then getting retirement, like, it's just not enough for you guys. You guys are so thirsty for more, and you're going to feed into that with each other, and you guys are going to find incredible companionship linked completely with an incredible sense of freedom. There is an authenticity among you guys that, like, other people can find a lot easier than you can, because you guys have, like, you think your own way, you feel your own way, and other people just have, it's difficult for you to run into people who are like you and who are like vast enough to just accept you for who you are. And this is what this group does. So getting onto your role in the group, green, healer, and vision. I really feel like you are a central point for this group. I wasn't getting this feeling for other people either. With orange, I feel like your friends around you, you're all very like flowy, go with the flow, experimental types, but I feel like they are almost more breezy and airy than you are. And I feel like if you haven't met them yet, you might be like, yeah, right, I am so not like a grounded person. But I feel like in this group, you will be grounded in sort of a light way. Green is it's earth energy, and it's like just pleasant, like the green grass. It's not solid and you know, hard and steady like the brown. It's a light type of an energy, but it's still grounding. And it goes perfectly well with the healer, because if you're the healer of the group, I feel like you're the one that people are going to go to for sort of recentering. You're like, I feel like this is a group of people who can easily like lose themselves or get carried away, and they count on you to like help remind them what you guys are doing, who they are. Like if someone's getting lost in, I don't know, like with the Bardo, there was some idea that maybe guys will like get together and do like psychedelics or something. If someone's getting really lost in that, they're gonna come to you, or you gonna go to them and be like, look, you're overdoing it. You come back, you know, to us. Like, don't do this as much, that type of thing. You're gonna be someone who people go to return to themselves. And that's really beautiful. Same energy as with the vision. Something about you is able to hold the truth of the entire group. And when they want to reconnect with themselves and with the group, they come to you, because you are like this central point that can consistently hold what this group really is and who these individual people really are. It's a beautiful way to be a healer, and it's a beautiful way to hold the vision that you all share. I do think that you are just as like strange and eccentric and unique, but I think there's something about you that is just a bit more solid, and you don't lose yourself the way that I think some of your friends are going to. And it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it can just be like really funny. But you're this calm, cool, central figure. When they need to touch base, you're the base. So I hope I explained that clearly, but this is such a fun pile. This is such a great, interesting group of people. And you guys are just, with that village card, like, you guys are soul connected. And that is so beautiful. So let me know what you think down below. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Pile 3. In what group of friends will you find belonging? Representing the group of friends, you have yellow, Eros, and the Orphan. Representing you and your role in the group, you have brown, the Castle, and the Temple. This is an interesting reading. What's coming through with the yellow is like solar plexus, and it's power. Like, this is a powerful group of people. They are strong. They are confident. There's also a regalness coming through. Like, I'm seeing the yellow is almost like a gold. Like, these are people who know their worth, and they don't put up with anything less than what they deserve. These people don't put up with anybody's crap, anybody talking down to them, anybody giving them less than what they deserve. They are strong. They know their strength, and they have zero tolerance. It's like, if you're in this group, you play to each other's strengths and acknowledge each other's strengths, because you're all very strong people. With Eros, that is about physicality, and I think that this group is a group that has found a lot of success in the physical realm, like career success, financial success. With the Orphan right next to it, these are people that, like, the reason they're so strong and by what's coming through is their, like, zero tolerance for anybody's crap, is because these are all people who didn't have much and who didn't have people. They didn't have, like, these warm family units. These were people who really were out on their own and had to figure it out on their own. So they found success based off their own self with no support. So these are people who, when they're together, like, it's not like a codependent group at all. These are very independent people. And these are people who, when they're together, they could talk about work and that kind of a thing. But this isn't like people crying on each other's shoulder. Like, this is about strength. They know they're strong. And when they talk, they admire each other's strength and they play into each other's strengths. This isn't a group where they go and just cry about something that happened to them. This is a group that will remind you how strong you are at every turn and what you've already accomplished. And very, very strong. Now, for you, I see you as being a little softer than the other people in the group. And I see you, I don't know what, I see them as sort of like business people. And I see you as more of like an artist. I think you are a softer person. I think that you love their strength, but you might not feel like you fully embody it yourself. If you're in this group, I feel like you are very strong. I think that with the Castle is about like protection. I think that they're very protective over you. This could be a group of like older people and maybe you're a bit younger, like a dynamic, like a coworker group or something like that, or just friends really. But I really see them as being very protective over you because they see your strength even if you don't. But they love your sweetness. They love your quietness. Like, they're yellow. That is bold and bright and in your face. You're brown. That's a lot softer and calmer, more soothing. And with the Temple, you serve as a way for them to be more in tune with themselves. Because I think the Tear also like flew out for this pile, and the Tear is all about purification and releasing past pain, and they got the Orphan to represent them. So I feel like this is a group of people who've been through a lot, and you help each other release the pain. And I think that you are a being that just your presence in this group sort of inspires them to check in with themselves a little more, check in with their own hearts and their own like compassionate side, so that they can release what hurts them, or they can like tend to their softer aspects. I think that that's the role that you play. You're a little softer, and it just helps soften them, and they help protect you and sort of fortify you with this Castle card and the Brown. They really believe in you, and they want you to believe in yourself. They see your strength, they see your capabilities, and they love that bit of sweetness that you add, that bit of heart energy, that bit of compassion that you have, and the softness that maybe they don't embody, but it is so healing and soothing for them. And then you get their protection and their strength and their drive as well, and their incredible energy. Because the stuff I was saying before, like, that came through in the most positive way. Like, if someone wants to come in and mess with them, they're like, no. Like, if there's like a romantic partner that comes in, they will immediately be like, absolutely not. You are not up to my standard, because they know how they deserve to be treated. And I think that is something you admire in them, and something that they can help you embody in the most positive way as well. So that was an interesting reading. Let me know what you think down below. I would really appreciate it. And thank you for being here. Pile 4, in what group would you find belonging? Your group of friends is represented by Pink, Starborn, and Healer, and you and your role in the group is represented by Red, Eternal Child, and the Threshold. This is such an incredible energy. I love this energy. The Pink, Starborn, and Healer, your friends are magic. Like, they are so magical. They're so mystical. There's something otherworldly about them. Their energy is just like indescribable. They are people who just seem to understand something beyond. Like, they have such a deep wisdom, such deep insight. I think you guys will really talk about the most interesting things, and these people are so in tune with their heart space. Like, Pink is a higher heart. It's like sort of your spiritual heart. With Starborn and Healer, I think these are very spiritually in tune, very wise people. They understand the human heart, and they understand the soul. That's coming through very strongly. They understand the human soul, and they could be people who are incredibly intuitive in picking up information about people. They can read people easily because they see through them. They see to the soul. They are completely magical, mystical. What an incredible group of people. And with the Healer, I think these are very, I mean, all three of these cards are about like softness and gentleness and wisdom. I think they are incredibly compassionate people with very high capacity to help other people. And your role is interesting. Red, which is power, and Threshold. I think that you are a powerful person in the group. I think that you are the Threshold. You hold the boundary for them, because I think that they're probably quite bad at it. So they're so soft, and they're so like mystical, that people might want to take advantage of them, or people might be being mean to them. I just see them as people who can get taken advantage of very easily, because they could have difficulty expressing boundaries. They could have difficulty saying no. And you come in, and your role in the group, like, you're so protective over them. You're the red, you're the threshold. You're like, no, you say no for them. And you sort of provide this safe space for them, because you can enforce boundaries where they can't. And also, the message that came through with the eternal child was so cool. It's, when I pulled it, like, your role in the group is to be healed by them and to let them reconnect you and your heart and your soul. They help you heal. They help you release trauma and shadows, and they help you connect to your authenticity, to your heart space and your soul, and you get to this incredible, beautiful, like, I wish I could accurately describe this energy, but I'm feeling just this beautiful connection. Like, you're just like gonna sit there and like weep, because you feel your own heart again, and you feel your soul, you feel your authenticity, you just become attuned and aligned with your truest, most genuine self, because the people you're around see you for who you are. And maybe you had a distorted vision of who you are and you didn't see it accurately, but they do. And they can see through your pain to see your truest self. And that is just so healing. And a role you play is just to allow them to heal you. That can be so incredible for them as well as you. It might seem like you're taking, but people who have this kind of mysticism and this kind of like wisdom, they love being able to use it, and they love having it be received. Sorry if you can hear that, but they love that being received, and they love the ability to like use their power. When people have the power of a healer, they want to help people heal, and you return the favor by being a strength for them, because I think you have quite a strong backbone, and you'll be very protective over them. And that is exactly what they need, because I think that you'll be with a group of people who are so soft, and there might even be some, I don't even want to say naive, because they see through people, but they just want to give people the benefit of the doubt. So if they might know someone is taking advantage of them, but they're like, I just want to believe in them, like that kind of thing. They're like, I see that it's just pain, and you're someone who protects them so they can be their beautiful selves, and they help you, like, you protect them on the outside and they heal you on the inside. It's an incredible energy. I love this energy so much. What an interesting group of people, and what a beautiful role you play in that group as well. So I hope that was clear. Let me know what you think down below. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and I hope I see you next time.